you. This is always such a quiet and simple and beautiful evening that we get to spend together. When we gather on this Saturday night before Rosh Hashanah, often this is the first time for those of us not in a choir or a professional who get to hear the prayers that mark our holidays again, and sort of the sounds of the season return to us. And so I love that we're praying with our windows open today as we hear these sounds of our season, of the Jewish season, and the sounds of the season of the earth around us. And so we invite you, I think I saw Beth hand each of you personally a prayer book. We invite you to find a space where you are comfortable, if you feel yourself called at any time throughout the service, to a window or just a place, a nook of some kind. Take yourself there, and we'll enter into this holiday season together. I always love this Havdalah, because this is the one where we use the very end of last year's candle and sort of get ready for the lighted your ear.
So we begin with the blessings of Havdalah. You'll find them on page 99. Page 99 if you are looking at the... And there's a few more prayer books scattered about if you want to grab those. And we, of course, have our slides, and a warm welcome to those who are joining us online. La 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 la, ya la ya la 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 la, ya la ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la ya la 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 la, ya la ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la la, ya la 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 la. Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen borei peri hagafen ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la ya la 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 ya la ya la 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei minei v'samim borei minei v'samim ya la 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 ya la ya la 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 ya la ya la 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 ya la ya la 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei meorei ha'esh borei meorei ha'esh ya la ya la 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 ya la ya la 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 ya la ya la 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 ya la ya la 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamavdil ben kodesh David, im Mashiach ben David, Eliyahu Hanavi, Eliyahu Hatishbi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Hakilali, Shavuato, 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 a good week, a week of peace, may gladness reign and joy increase. A good week, a week of peace, may gladness reign and joy increase. So for me, this crossing of Havdalah on this Saturday night before Rosh Hashanah is when I physically feel the move into the next stage of preparing for the high holidays. Some of you have been taking that amazing class with Rabbi Marshall for this whole month of Elul, and I know you're bringing that richness and that soulfulness tonight into the sanctuary with you. And this service, so intimate, so we can just take our time moving through this brief service. I just want to mention that one of the beautiful things about being back in the sanctuary, which we have been for a while, but it still feels new, and I'm still not taking it for granted. Just want to say a warm welcome to Elizabeth and Frank, who are joining us for the first time here on sabbatical this year. Well, living in Arlington, and it's just so wonderful to welcome you into our sanctuary for the first time. And we continue in these beautiful, relatively new, published by the Reform Movement, prayer books just for Slichot, which is just so beautiful, and for this whole month. And so we turn to a reading on page 105.
Last sliver of the moon, the waning crescent, small and slender, growing in the east at the end of the journey. A curve of silver barely there that fades away with the dawn. Faintest light the eye can discern, like the soul within me, barely there, waning and weary as the year winds down. At the end of the journey, the old moon flickers out, and darkness awaits the new. Now, in the stillness, we can feel it being born. Remind us, the horizon will be bright again. The waxing crescent will rise. Heal our hearts. Gather us in from the darkness. Restore the light within us.
We don't have a slide for this, but in the middle of page 104, a call to our souls. Return again. Return again. Return to the land of your soul. Return again. Return again. Return to the land of your soul. Return to who you are. Return to what you are. Return to where you are. Born and reborn again. Return again. Return again. Return
Zarua, singing that light that we seek back in. Please rise.
And for the first time this night, we see our Torahs robed in their high holiday whites. Or Zarua Latzadik Ule Yisrael Simcha. Or Zarua Latzadik Ule Yisrael Simcha. Or Zarua Latzadik Ule Yisrael Simcha. Or Zarua Latzadik Ule Yisrael Simcha.
You may be seated.
Shall we ask for a volunteer?
On page 106, there is a reading, and we would love to hear somebody's voice other than mine in our service this evening. So if you look at this reading and you see a paragraph or a piece of it that calls to you and you would be willing to offer your voice, it would be an honor to invite you up to the front, just so that our community members who are joining us digitally can hear your voice as well. You want 2? 1. All right, come on up. We got 1 and 2. Anybody want a 3? What's the question? Oh, I'm good at questions. Okay, I'll take 3.
The psalmist sang, "At midnight I rise to give thanks and praise." And so we come to this hour of Selichot, under the canopy of night, to celebrate goodness, to proclaim what is right and true, to praise, to thank, to bless the great giver who gives and renews our life.
We turn to loved ones, to friends, and to our people everywhere, the whole house of Israel, and our hearts turn toward the human family. We pray for its healing. Yet, hardest of all is the inward gaze, the return to ourself, the honest reckoning of the soul, cheshbon hanefesh.
We ask how to account for selfish acts, lies, and senseless anger. How to account for the shadows, the storms, the bitterness in our lives, the damage and distress we cause. How to own up to it all and find our way back with integrity in peace. We ask, have we the will to change? And if not now, when?
The psalm for this season, Psalm 27, page 108. Third line from the top. Just one thing I have asked of God, only this do I seek, to dwell in God's house all the days of my life, to behold divine sweetness and beauty, and to gaze in delight at God's temple. Achat sha'alti meit Adonai ota avakesh. Achat sha'alti meit Adonai ota avakesh. ולבקר בהיכלו. אחת שאלתי מאדוני אותה אבקש. Just one thing. אחת שאלתי מאדוני אותה אבקש. שבתי בבית אדוני כל ימי חיי, לחזות בנועם בנועם אדוני ולבקר בהיכלו. לחזות בנועם בנועם אדוני ולבקר בהיכלו.
Turn to page 110. Be patient toward all that is unresolved in your heart. Try to love the questions themselves. Do not seek the answers which cannot be given because you would not be able to live them. And the point is to live everything. Live the questions now. Perhaps you will then gradually, without noticing it, live along some distant day into the answers. There are some questions for reflection at the bottom of that page.
At the bottom of page 108.
Page 114. Would love, again, if you are willing or able and want to lend your voice. I bet that was me, because I moved. Yeah, that's my feedback. You'd like to lend your voice to our community in prayers. I realized I'm wearing a microphone. So I'm going to really make Don's night exciting and say you can just, if you want to offer one of these paragraphs to the community in your voice, if you would rise, I can come towards you and we're going to try to use my mic. No, we're not. We can use these. Oh, and we've got these. So it turns out I was totally wrong. Completely misunderstood the miking in this room for the last year and a half. And if one of these paragraphs, a word, grabs you and you'd like to add your voice to our community of prayer, it would be an honor. Thank you.
So I'll do the first one.
Great.
Master of wonders, mother of souls, forgive the darkness in our hearts, our loss of hope. Pardon our distraction, our ears closed to the pleas of the poor, and lead us to atonement.
Master of wonders, mother of souls, forgive our circles of secrecy, knots of guilt, shame, and anger, webs of betrayal and greed. Pardon the pursuit of happiness that ends in worship of self, and leads us to atonement.
Master of wonders, mother of souls, refuse to forgive our refusal to forgive. Release our grudges, hatreds, and feuds. Puncture our stubborn self-righteousness and lead us to atonement.
Okay. Joel, you've got the next one.
Okay. Joel and then
You're right there.
Okay. Do you mind?
No.
Master of wonders, mother of souls, forgive our vanity in a universe of awe, our complacency in a universe of need. Pardon our failure to thank, praise, and salute every soul and every star, and lead us to atonement.
Master of wonders, mother of souls, forgive us our disregard and insolence, our distance from loved ones and friends. Pardon our daily inattentiveness, our failure to notice that we fail to notice, and lead us to atonement.
And page 117, Ki anu amnecha. Ki anu amnecha, ve'ata Eloheinu. Anu amnecha, ve'ata Avinu. Anu avadecha, ve'ata Adonenu. Anu kahalecha, ve'ata chelkeinu. Anu nachalatecha, ve'ata goralenu. Anu tzonecha, ve'ata ro'enu. Anu charnecha, ve'ata notrenu. Anu feulatecha, ve'ata yotzrenu. Anu rayatecha, ve'ata dodenu. Anu segulatecha, ve'ata kerovenu. Anu amnecha, ve'ata makenu. Anu mamirecha, ve'ata mamirenu. Yai-dai, yai-dai-dai, yai-dai, yai-dai-dai. Yai-dai, yai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai-dai-dai, yai-dai-dai. Yai-dai, yai-dai-dai, yai-dai, yai-dai-dai. Yai-dai, yai-dai-dai, yai-dai, yai-dai-dai.
You turn to page 120 and rise in body or in spirit.
Adonai, Adonai, El Rachum v'Chanun, Erech Apayim, V'Rach Chesed ve'emet, v'chata v'nake. Adonai, Adonai, El Rachum v'chanun, Erech Apayim, V'rav Chesed ve'emet, Notzer Chesed la'alafim, Nose avon v'afesha, V'chata'a v'nake. Adonai, Adonai, El Rachum v'chanun, Erech Apayim, V'rav Chesed ve'emet, Notzer Chesed la'alafim, Nose avon v'afesha, V'chata'a v'nake.
Page 123. Sing to those Torahs that we just put away, but we're coming back out. There they are. Sing to those Torahs, the eternal covenant that has been passed generation to generation and symbolized in its text.
Tree of Life, page 123.
Eitz Chaim hi, Ramach hazikim ba, B'tomecheha me'usha, Deracheha darchei noam, V'chol netzivotecha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva, Kadesh yameinu kekedes. Yai dai dai 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 yai dai
The middle of page 125, excuse me, 127. Our God and God of all generations. Please read with me. Our God and God of all generations, may our prayers reach your presence. And when we turn to you, do not be indifferent. Adonai, we are arrogant and stubborn, claiming to be blameless and free of sin. In truth, we have stumbled and strayed. We have done wrong. Together we confess. Together we take responsibility.
Top of the next page. Gazalnu, Dibarnu Dofi, ay, 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 Hevinu vehirshanu zadnu chamasnu tafalnu sheker yai dai 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 yai dai 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 yai dai 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 yahatsnu ra kizavnu lasnu maradnu niasnu sararnu avinu pashanu sararnu kishinu orev yai dai 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 yai dai 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 yai dai 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 rashanu shichatnu tiavnu tainu titanu yai dai 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 yai dai 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 yai dai 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 dai.
On page 130.
And we chant together. The ways we have wronged you under duress and by choice. The harm we have caused in your world deliberately and by mistake. The ways we have wronged you openly and secretly. The harm we have caused in your world consciously and unconsciously. The ways we have wronged you by hating without cause. The harm we have caused in your world through gossip and rumor. The ways we have wronged you through a selfish or petty spirit. The harm we have caused in your world by hardening our hearts. Kulam Eloha Selichot Selach lanu mechal lanu kaper lanu kulam Eloha selichut selach lanu mechal lanu selach lanu mechal lanu kaper
be seated. On page 133. I thought we could read again. Is audible, I am calling on the slides. So the slides won't be available for this, I apologize. But as I was reading this year, this calling said, this is for you, perhaps. So if you would like to lend your voice to our community, we do it now, I know, have microphones hiding in the ceiling. I've been made aware of them, probably for the 14th time. And I'd invite you to stand our calling. I'll start us off with the first paragraph. Surely this mitzvah is not too baffling for you, nor is it beyond reach. It is very close to you, in your mouth and in your heart.
You shall not threaten the rights of the stranger or orphan. You shall not take the widow's garment and tongue. Remember that you were a slave in Egypt.
Martha, yeah.
Justice shall you pursue, that you may live to inherit the land that Adonai our God gives you. You must not remain indifferent.
Keep and heed all that I instruct you. Thus it will go well with you, and your children after you, for all time. This mitzvah is very close to you, in your mouth and in your heart.
When you reap the harvest in your field, overlook a sheep. It shall go to the stranger, the orphan, and the widow. You must not remain indifferent.
Life and death I have set before you, blessing and curse. Choose life, so that you and your children may live.
Blessed shall you be in your comings, and blessed shall you be in your goings. You must not remain indifferent.
Amen.
Shema Koleinu, Shema Koleinu, Shema Koleinu Adonai Eloheinu, Chus v'rachem aleinu, Chus v'rachem aleinu, Kabel v'rachamim uvratzon et tefilatenu, Kabel v'rachamim uvratzon et tefilatenu, Shema Koleinu, Shema Koleinu, Shema Koleinu, Shema Koleinu Adonai Eloheinu, Chus v'rachem aleinu, Chus v'rachem aleinu, Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva, Hadeshamenu kekedem, Hadeshamenu kekedem, Shema Koleinu, Shema Koleinu, Shema Koleinu Adonai Eloheinu, Chus v'rachem aleinu, Chus v'rachem aleinu.
Page 138. Walk with me into the woods. Leave the edge of the forest behind. Come deep into the green until the shafts of sunlight are lost. Feel the stillness of the center. Walk with me to the top of the hill. Leave the broad path behind. Up beyond where the trees grow. Hear the quiet of the heights. Walk with me into this new year, into its demands, into its joys, into the clamor of its unfolding. Walk alone, each of us, on our own right path, with the echoes of the shofar blasts, the blasts of the shofar, with the stillness of the center, with the help of our God. Continue on page 140. Please rise. Avinu Malkeinu, almighty and merciful, we come before you without pretense. Avinu Malkeinu, we are reaching toward you. Help us find you. Avinu Malkeinu, strengthen us for the holy days that lie ahead. Avinu Malkeinu, be with us as we strive to heal ourselves and become whole. Avinu Malkeinu, help us to repair a broken world. Avinu Malkeinu, help us hasten the days of redemption.
Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Lonenu le'anenu, ki ein banu masi. Aseh imanu, tzedaka v'chesed. Aseh imanu, tzedaka v'chesed, ve'hoshienu. Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Onenu le'anenu, ki ein banu masim. Aseh imanu, tzedaka v'chesed. Aseh imanu, tzedaka v'chesed, ve'hoshienu. Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Avinu Malkeinu, Panenu le'anenu, ki ein banu masim.
You remain standing for the sounding of the shofar. Yasher koach. Be seated.
is so wonderful to begin this part of our journey toward this new year together, voices together, our spirits together, and let us end just as we began in this time of returning and turning in circles and cycles. Return again. Return again. Return again. Return to the land of your soul. Return again. Return again. Return the land of your soul. Return to who you are. Return to what you are. Return to where you are. Born and reborn again. Return again. Return again. Return to the land of your soul. Return again. Return again. Return to the land of your soul.
Shana Tova Umituka. May it be a sweet, a healthy, and a happy and a good new year.